Coming up next on 9 News at 4, the latest on the winter storm crossing Colorado. Heavy snow in the high country all day, but not much snow for Denver yet. That will be changing. I'll have the forecast.
People in Highlands Ranch are mourning a 7th grader hit and killed by a car on his way to school.
We're learning more about the suspects in a shooting at a sports bar last weekend that injured 5 people. Both are under 18 years old.
And a big change for the Broncos defense. A big loss for Broncos fans. A longtime leader on the team won't be coming back. 4 o'clock at 9 News starts now. So let's talk about the weather on this Thursday afternoon. Look at that, a cloudy gray day. This is in the foothills, a live look from Boulder. The clouds, well, that's about all you see looming overhead, part of a storm system that's headed our way. You go out to northeastern Colorado, well, the storm delivering snow out there. This is what it looked like as Corey Reppenhagen was driving out eastward. He's going to join us live momentarily. The storm is causing significant issues out east. I-76 shut down from Sterling to Nebraska. The looks you're seeing are from Julesburg, where there are no cars on the interstate. That's a good thing. Large chunk of Highway 34 in Brush also shut down.
Ooh, not pleasant out east. We want to get right to Kathy Sabin right now to tell us the latest on this storm and what we're expecting here in the metro area as well.
And Kim, it's been forecasting fun because what we're expecting keeps changing.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Exactly. So it's really all about location, location, location. And your weather headlines, we are tracking snow for the metro area tonight. We are still going to see some snow showers, but now it's questionable whether we're going to have significant accumulation that will impact travel here in the city. It's a different story out east where our Corey Reppenhagen is. Heavy snow, heavy rain, and an ice glaze out there. And in the mountains, it's really not a big story up there, but you come down out of the mountains into the foothills and we've got that heavy snow with winter weather and travel advisories there. So far, so good weather-wise with the evening drive. We'll have a few light snow showers coming in over the next couple of hours. It's been snowing and it's been foggy in the Boulder area. There's been some light snow on I-70, but again, travel okay. It's certainly colder. Temperatures are in the 30s this afternoon, which is a big change from the 60s that we enjoyed all week. You can see the upper level low cruising across northeastern Colorado. That's where our Corey is, and that is where the worst of the weather is actually I-76 corridor into western Nebraska. But it's also been snowing along the Front Range foothills all afternoon, and those of you headed into the foothills are going to run into 4 to 10 inches of snow. Eventually, that moisture is going to creep into the Denver metro area, make its way here, but we are not under any of the advisories for snow or for travel, but they're out there. And so we'll be monitoring the snow forecast throughout the evening. You still will see some snow tonight. Coming up, we'll have a better handle on the timing and the amounts, and that's in just a bit.
We'll talk to you soon for that. As Kathy was mentioning, Denver isn't really seeing a whole lot now. It's a different story out on the eastern plains.
Yeah, if you head northeast towards Nebraska, as she was talking about, it's forced I-76 to close. Meteorologist Corey Reppenhagen did get out east. He's east of Sterling now in Fleming with the latest from there. Corey?
Hey guys, yeah, we got a major winter storm that's been unfolding throughout the day out here on the eastern plains. I'm in Fleming right now. As you can see, just about everything in this town is absolutely covered in deep white snow right now. I've been measuring about 9 to 10 inches in this area. So we had several very heavy bands of wet snow, and right now it's continuing to snow. This snow is still coming down at a moderate rate, but every once in a while it's been extremely heavy. The major impact I've seen is out on the roads. So the 76 is closed, 34 is closed. A lot of these major roads are closed. There are people that I've been watching here in the ditch just waiting for a tow, and they're telling me that it's about a 3-hour wait for a tow right now. That's how busy the tow companies are. They're just kind of waiting to their turn in their cars in the ditch, waiting to get out. Otherwise, this storm is actually being welcomed with open arms out here because this moisture comes at just the perfect time for the winter wheat, which is a major crop out here, and this snow will cover it up, insulate it as it's already turning green, and over the next several days that snow is going to drip, drip, drip like a sprinkler onto those winter wheat, and it's going to just be an absolutely perfect situation. So the farmers, the ranchers are loving this perfect type of winter storm, but guys, obviously causing a big issue out here on the roadways.
I always remember that when I'm shoveling, to think it's good for the crops.
It's good for the crops, that's what you say.
I don't have any crops.
No, but they're really dealing with it, and so it's good that they've got a positive spin.
Corey, we'll check back with you in just a bit for more out in Fleming, up in northeastern Colorado. On the west side, I-70 is now back open through Glenwood Canyon, but it was shut down for a while this morning after rocks tumbled down onto the highway, closing the interstate. CDOT sharing these pictures of some pretty big boulders covering up one westbound lane between Grizzly Creek and Hanging Lake. Of course, they brought in the heavy equipment to get those rocks moved, and the closure lasted about 90 minutes. Glenwood Canyon certainly has its history of rock slides that have disrupted traffic. Many of the issues date back to the Grizzly Creek fire in 2020. That fire closed the interstate and burned a lot of brush, so the soil above it became unstable. The rain and snow the following year triggered a series of rock slides and mudslides. It took months to fully repair I-70.
The Highlands Ranch community is remembering a 13-year-old killed on his way to school. A car hit Alex Makowitz at Highlands Ranch Parkway and Beneford Ranch Road yesterday morning. 9 News reporter Lauren Scafidi talked to people in the community who have stopped by because there's already a memorial for that young boy.
Kim, people have been stopping by here all day. We wanted to give them a little bit of space tonight, but that memorial is certainly growing with flowers, cards, stuffed animals, even hot chocolate. And there's also a signed baseball. Alex's family says he loved baseball, and he was so excited to go to his first practice of the season on Wednesday night.
I was shocked.
Cars will keep passing, but here time stands still.
Yeah. Stuffed animals, toys, things that children play with, a baseball.
The Highlands Ranch community is mourning Alex Makowitz, who they wish they had more time with.
There's something about a child. They're so young and so much potential.
Alex was 13 years old when a car hit and killed him Wednesday. Lydia and Timothy Baldridge live 2 blocks away.
My daughter was in his class. They graduated 6th grade together and, went through that experience. And then knowing that he's the same age as my child really, really hit home. And my heart really hurts for that family.
The Douglas County Sheriff's Office says Alex was riding a one-wheel, kind of like a skateboard.
I saw the police cars out here as our kids were going to school. And so it's just kind of, at the time we were like, oh, another car crash, happens way too often around here. And
they didn't realize what happened until later.
We got a letter from our school saying that, one of the kids in school had died. They didn't say how it happened. And then we kind of put 2 and 2 together. And
the community is having a hard time wrapping their heads around it.
Some of the younger ones, took it really hard just because they haven't encountered the concept of death very much.
While they will never understand, all they can do is support Alex, whose time as a student, a sibling, a son, was cut short.
It's a reminder too, I think, sometimes that our communities get so divided over so many issues, but when something like this happens, it's kind of these are things that really matter, supporting people who are hurting, and we can kind of forget all that and just focus on, loving our neighbor.
The family arranged a vigil tonight here at the intersection where the accident happened. That starts at 7:30, and really it's just a chance for the community to come together during this really challenging time.
No one will forget, and we hope that family feels that love and support. Life is fragile. All right, thank you, Lauren.
2 young people now facing charges for attempted murder in that shooting that hurt 5 people outside of a sports bar. That was the shooting that happened Saturday at around 8:30 at the 5280 Sports Bar in Adams County. The shooting hurt 5 people. That includes the 2 suspects. The DA's office has yet to identify the suspects, but they do say they're both younger than 18 years old. They're facing charges for attempted murder, assault, and possession of a gun by a juvenile.